Alright, so yesterday we got this announcement and I covered it on a video. There's gonna be a whole live stream about none other than the 7 catastrophes. Now I've seen some people say that this shouldn't be a festival because they don't say festival, and that is true. They usually say festival on these like posts, right? But I cannot imagine them making a whole live stream when they only make live streams for festivals and Ragnarok updates that come with demonic beasts. So if there's a new demonic beast, they do make a live stream. Should like play it, I guess. Or when there's a new festival, I cannot imagine them making a live stream with no festival. But in any case, now they dropped a dev note. And they do talk about it, but also they talk about some improvement stuff. So I'll go through here. I already read through to make this more cohesive, but cool improvements. So first thing they're doing is they're adding 3 times speed. So currently we have 2 times speed throughout the whole game. I don't think there's anything that doesn't have it. 3 times speed. Now it's only for Demonic Beast, Hero Arena, Trading Cave, and Underground Labyrinth. But great, because these are activities you are forced to manually farm, right? These are things that you're gonna be doing a lot, especially Labyrinth. If you're sitting through and just playing straight up until you get all the rewards, it takes a long time. 3 times speed is gonna make it a lot better. And Trading Cave, obviously, Trading Cave is great in terms of rewards. People hate on Trading Cave because it's boring, right? Trading Cave, actually, a lot of people undermine and shit on the rewards for Trading Cave as well, but they're wrong. The Trading Cave rewards are good, especially for the time of which you get keys. The Trading Cave rewards are great, the hammers and everything like that, but the activity sucks in terms of playability. So hopefully the 3x will make it a bit better. Hero Arena, I don't think needed it, but okay. Demonic Beast Battle, I'll take for sure. Some runs, especially if you're losing, like the hardest one, can take so long, so that's great. Improving speed of changing equipment options. So I didn't get exactly what they mean by this, but I'll just read verbatim and then we can think again. But when changing equipment options and values using items such as anvils, we plan to improve the time-consuming process of setting target values so that you can play in a shorter time when preparing new equipment. So I guess instead of having, again, my guess here is that instead of having like you re-roll the stats like super fast. Like we re-roll the stats very fast. It's gonna be instant, and then it's just gonna tell you how many anvils it spent. I don't know, because it's already quite fast. So costume bulk upgrade. You can upgrade multiple costumes at once. That's really good whenever a new character comes out. It takes like 2 minutes, but nice. Mass awakening feature. So when I read this, I thought it was gonna be that you can awaken multiple characters at the same time. I was wrong. You know how when you super awaken someone, you can click on the plus and then it keeps adding materials for you, then you can do multiple at a time. They're going to do that for regular awakening as well, because there's regular awakening, there's super awakening. It's the yellow and then the pink stars. But the thing is, like, regular awakening already had the awakening star. It didn't need another like shortcut, I guess, but they're doing it anyways. And then multi-open feature for artifact packs. Right now you can only open 5. They're gonna make it so you can open everything that you have at once. That's good, because at some point I just stopped opening them. You know what I mean? Like I was like, dude, I have like 30 of these. I don't want to do 5 at a time. It's not like I need them anyways. Improvements to UI. Biggest improvement here is on the Evil Eye of Balor. So when you go on the character, right? So let me show this. When you go on the character, let's take a character that has a buff, okay? And you inspect it. It shows you the buffs on that character, buffs and debuffs, right? Can I not inspect here? I can't inspect it. I never knew this. You can't inspect here. Wow. But you guys play the game, you know what I'm talking about. Now, I'm gonna read verbatim, so it's nice and easy here. Among the various pieces of information that can be checked using the Evil Eye of Valor, we plan to improve the UI and information display so that you can check the application status of buffs and debuffs, which have a large impact of judging the battle situation. I'm guessing they're gonna also show the turns on these buffs and debuffs, because if you play the game, you might have noticed, when you check on a character, not only you have to scroll through the buffs, which is annoying, on like an enemy or something, you can't really tell how long that is. You can only tell by, you know, knowing it, right? Oh, this lasts 2 turns. Or by checking the countdown on top of their head. But if it's the first turn of a buff being applied, there's no countdown. So you just have to know, right? So I guess that's good. That's good improvement. Kind of a thing that, it's crazy that I never knew I needed. I never thought I needed this. But it's been like 5 years and I'm like, oh, I can't believe we don't have this. Actually, we don't have the countdown for buffs and debuffs with actual numbers. You have to like know. You just have to know, right? Basic stats gauge display on the equipment information screen. So when you sort equipment, it can be very annoying to like find which pieces have perfect max stats and stuff like that. They're gonna make it easier by just displaying it. So that's quite nice. It's just it's a nice change. Filter for LRs. So they say that I was gonna read some of this verbatim here. With the release of LRs, characters who meet the conditions for Legendary Evolution are now displayed brightly on the character screen. I can't show it in game because I already have them all LR'd. But if the conditions are not met, it was difficult to tell whether the character was eligible to LR Evolution. So they're gonna make it so you can actually sort it by characters that can be evolved, so you know who can and can't. Again, it's another one of those things where it's like, oh, but we know what characters can and can't. But like, yeah, I know, you know what characters can be LR. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people that don't just watch YouTube videos or aren't as, you know, in on the patch notes and stuff, they're not gonna know, oh, LR got an LR. Oh, LR. Gallant got an LR. They're just gonna be like, why is Gallant bright? You know what I mean? Like, it'd be like that. In addition, we improve the visibility of normal/hell difficulty switch button when challenging boss battles. It's cool. We plan to gradually improve any inconveniences or time-consuming aspects that may have arisen from the long service we have provided. It is one thing, right? And this is something that I've been talking about forever. The longer this game is going, the harder it is for new players to get into it. And the main issue is that it's not even the character roster. A lot of people think that, oh, it's because they release, you know, many characters and it's going to be difficult to collect them all. It's not about collecting the characters. It's about evolving, Super Awakening, True Awakening, maxing out costumes. All these systems. There's so many systems. A game I think is phenomenal that you can start at any time, and it's very easy to start and get going, is Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Do you know why? Because there's like 3 systems. You get the character, so you pull the character, you level the character up, you awaken it, and you level it again. And then there's the hidden potential system. That's really it. Now there's link leveling, which is like more advanced, but you don't need to do it, really. We do it because we want to, and it makes the characters a bit stronger, but you don't really need to do it, and a new player doesn't need to do it. So it's like, Grand Cross has way too many systems, and they keep adding them. They keep adding these systems, and I guess they alleviate them over time, but it's like, for a new player, it's so demoralizing. You pull Ascanor, then you have to level him up, which is fine, but then you have to get him all the way to level 100, which is already a pretty annoying task. It's a lot of materials. And then you need to regular awaken, which is fine. Super Awaken, not as fine. Get the costumes to begin with. You need to buy the costumes with gems. Then you need to upgrade all the costumes. Upgrading the costumes, I'll put it as the same category as link leveling, but you need the costumes. Realistically, you do. Then you need to get gear. there's a lot of systems, right? Bottom line is there's a lot of systems, but I will be fair. They do slowly but surely accommodate the systems and make them less bad. The problem isn't the systems individually. The problem is when you add up all the systems and you think, oh, it's not that bad to get a character maxed out. It is bad to get 200 characters maxed out. Okay, maybe not 200. You don't need 200 characters, but like, you know what I mean, right? Like, getting a full team for a new player is such a monumental, I don't even want to say task, but it's just, it's such a wall that they have to overcome that if I was a new player, I would look at that wall and be like, I guess I'll just play a different game. You know what I mean? I guess I would just play another game that doesn't have as big of a wall. And it is what it is. Old gacha games have that issue. Alright, now talking about the catastrophes. So, we plan to release a new chapter for the catastrophes in the update at the end of June. Since the 7 Deadly Sins and Ragnarok stories have been released, it has been a while since we last showed it. So yeah, we had I actually don't remember how long ago it was. I guess I can look it up. I go on my channel. Catastrophes story. A year? That was a year ago? It was April? April of 2023? Damn. It really was a while ago. Yeah, they... Wow. Oh, was that when Blue Roxy came out? Might have been. Yeah, it's been a while ago. And I think that the reason why they didn't bring a chapter, by the way, for so long is because, for one, no one cares about catastrophes. And two, that was an embarrassing chapter. It had no voice lines. Before the update of the new chapter, we would like to ask you for your understanding. Oh no. Sacrifice, which was first revealed in March last year, is a new side chapter that includes the episodes of 7 catastrophes and the background setting that had been shown in characters' explanations and event quests until then was officially unveiled as a story chapter. At the time of the update, many players were interested in the official chapter, well, like 5, and said that the story was interesting. But we also received feedback that it was a shame that the story chapter did not include voice acting. When the Sacrifice chapter was developed, we proceeded with the production, assuming that the voice acting would be recorded. No way. Did they make the... I mean, that's probably why the characters, like the mouths move, but there's no voice coming out. I think that they genuinely thought that there was going to be voice acting and they got, like, they got tripped over in that marble, like, voice acting. That's like $20, dude. I'm not going to pay that. It's more than that, but there were problems with the update schedule, voice actor casting, and recording schedule, while chapters 1 and 2 were being produced at the same time. And we had no choice but to update it without voice acting. The planned update for chapter 2 will also be without voiceovers. So, okay, chapter 1 released April last year. You're telling me chapter 2 is already out, like, done? And it's been like a year plus? You guys just been sitting on it? Why? You dropped... Okay. Sure. So the chapter 2 is not gonna have voice acting again. But for chapter 3, which will update in the future, we plan to unveil with the voiceovers properly applied. You know, the characters have voice actors. Like, it's not like the catastrophe characters don't have voice actors. Like, if I go here on, like, Shin or something, or someone else, doesn't matter. I guess it's not very loud, but you can... They have voice actors. Like, if you've played with them, you know, they have voice lines. They literally have voice actors. Okay. Do you not have them anymore? Did they not want to participate in this? I highly doubt it. They voiced the characters already. They would probably be up for you know, working more. People like to work. However, we want to maintain the completeness of the content even through subsequent updates. We consider the possibility of making this or reality after taking into account various aspects such as how to respond after the content has already been revealed to players and adjusting the additional recording schedule. It is not easy to update a chapter that has already been released, but as many as you... Okay, but chapter 2 has not been released, right? And you could just add the voice actors in, right? Like, it's been a year plus. You couldn't get them to do it in a year plus. You already have the dialogue. The dialogue was already in, because they say it's done, right? Whatever. Whatever. We will strive to present the 7 Catastrophes story with a high level of completion, just like the 7DS story. Well, clearly not. Doesn't have voice acting. In the developer note, we have shared information about improved schedule, but okay. The thing is, though, right? They aren't really mentioning a festival again. Are they really just making a whole live stream for a regular banner? That's just so trash. Are they really just making a whole live stream for a regular Catastrophe banner? There's no way. Because even for Ragnarok, right? Ragnarok has about as many fans as Catastrophe, so like 4. Back then, Ragnarok was a little more liked, but as time went on, people started disliking Ragnarok more and more. And now people are pretty much against it. But even for Ragnarok, they only did live streams, and Ragnarok is their, like, more beloved child. They only did live streams for the demonic beasts. Unless there's like an activity such as the demonic beast coming up, and they're like, what is the point of making a live stream for this? I don't get it. Well, I'm not gonna be up for the stream. I'll be asleep, so we'll see if they drop something with it. I'm not expecting much. It's Catastrophe, so